Well, hello everybody. Just jump in here, do another quick tutorial setup here. How to get your yield and how to get your stuff complete the way it needs to be. Oops. So I basically did the same farm stuff that you get on the new farm and all that stuff like that. So we'll try a couple different ways here. We'll go through this to show you how to get the best yield. Now I'm doing this is got one field that actually is ready to harvest, and then we'll go ahead and take care of that and then do some other stuff. These new headers things, boom, kind of nice. Don't even have to really put it on there, it'll jump on there for you like boom, and it's really nice. Not every single one of them is exactly the same, of course, but it is close. I grabbed the Deutsch. This is the one that you have in new farmer mode anyway, so this is just a standard slow motion, super slow motion harvester. So we'll get to downhill, but I did as you can see, I got the main farm area, so this field will be ready to harvest now, so we'll go ahead and take care of that. That is our wheat. And then we'll just put it in the silo. I'll show you how the silo works as well, because we got that there. This corn here is getting close to being, well, it's not quite there, but we'll go ahead and show you how to do the corn as well. And this field is just empty, so there's nothing in it. So, oh wait, I mean, there's sugar beets, which is basically nothing. Cool. Yeah, some of the new setups. I mean, as you can see here, like you go here, the weeds, they have different stages now. If you take those off, plowing, all this stuff needs to be plowed. So 44 will show you how to plow, do the whole thing on that one. Rolling, mulched, all this stuff has definitely got some. The stones actually show up now on here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So I got a couple things over on the farm here, so I'll show you what we're doing. Once we get there, 12 miles an hour. But that field in the back there, it's one of the smaller ones, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that one real quick. Or maybe not real quick, but we'll take care of that once we get there. I'll show you what the bonus for having bees too, because certain things you get some bonuses for the bees as well, so that will be good. I'm going to go ahead and drop this front header off. I'll just put it over here because I don't need it where I'm going right now. So I got most of what we're going to need here. I mean, obviously probably a little bit more than what we really need, but it's okay. We'll use what we have and go from there. So first things first, let's get this harvester header off here. I don't have crop destruction on, so I'm good on that. So you get your header off the header trailer. And then go to the area you need to harvest. So that's just a little tiny field. So obviously some of these things you may not need to do on every bout, mainly because if you get a pretty big field, there's a lot of work to do. But you also get a lot more crop bonus off it. The smaller ones you don't need to do near as much. So go ahead and unfold this guy. Start this up. Go ahead and turn off the swath, so we don't really need it right now. Just there's a mod, unfortunately. I thought it was on console too, but I guess it's just on PC for the I'll have to take a look and see what you can do. Your straw turns a level of fertilizer, so that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna throw a helper on that real quick there. I'm going to show you what we can do over here. So as you can see, one of the new updates too was also shows the stuff down below, bottom right, just so you got the yield bonus for 68%. It does have weeds, unfortunately they're medium, so it'll obviously take a toll on that, and then needs plowing, so I'll show you how that works out. So I did get one of these silo bins. If you go into here, go to silo, and of course most all the stuff that's here. Now these two here are the bottom ones, which take only one crop, and good size and decent price, but you have these ones that are multi-fruit that do a little bit more. And of course the Missy B, Missy B ones here, which are pretty nice. But they all have those rims, those bins on those, so you can do those. The multi-fruits are here. Then you have the individual ones here, just this one specifically for road salt, things like that. But to get the stuff into these, you need the these fellers. So if we go into here, all the way down at the bottom, belt systems, your regular belts. You can also get belts. I don't think it will go quite that high, unfortunately, but you got these guys here. Convey all, puts it into the top. Meridian will pull out the bottom. And I'll show you those right now. As you can see here, this guy's got a little twist on it. This comes up, and then you go up to the top there. So we can go into this. I'll go ahead and turn the help menu on. So I'm on console, PS5, so same things with most everything. You hit the button R1, bam, starts it up. Now you can move it. So I can move it here. Now if I go here, as you can see, it lifts up. So we want to lift it up high enough to get up above there. If you're not high enough, you're not going to make it. So we can zoom over to this area. And we just want to be in the middle of that guy there. Alright, so that's good there. We'll just back up a smidgen more. There we go. Then we can go ahead and drop this guy down. So this just goes up and down, but once you get down, it spins out, so you can actually dump stuff into there. So I'm going to swing it all the way around, so that way we have some roadway there. And go from there. I'll go ahead and turn it off, so it's not running anymore. Step out of that guy. Get into this guy. Same type of deal. Start the motor. This just goes up and down. But down the bottom here, it's got a trigger. So we'll put this over, and once you get close enough, you'll see, let's say, fill. Start filling. See, but there's nothing in here right now, so we don't have anything to fill it with. And you can go up and down for the trailer and whatnot. Turn that guy off as well. And with these, you can just tow with the tractor. So if you have your tractor, come over to it. There's a hitch on there to grab it, and then same with this one here down this end. Well, this is all folded up. The hitch is right down inside of here. So that'll be that one. Cool. So this is about harvested. Go ahead and take away the helper that's not doing as well as they should. We got a little bitty field here. So I'll show you what I do normally when I put all this stuff away too. Now you can get, oh dang it. You can get a trailer, but some of these things I just go, especially when I'm close enough to it. So I'll turn off that help menu there real quick. Especially when I'm close enough to it, I'll just come over here to this area and then just fold out the dip. And now when I put it in there, watch up top here. I'll start dumping into there. I just gotta get close enough. That same thing with the trailer, you just back up to it just like any other fill or drop off areas. And ready for it. Okay. I know it's gotta be close. This works. Sorry, I'm trying to. Oh, I gotta go forward a little further. It's not quite far enough forward. There we are. Oops. There's no collision stuff on P or console. PC, there's no collision, but yeah, not here. There you go. Boom, there it comes up. As you can see, it just shoots right in there. Sorry, I just have to aim properly, but goes into here, and then if we go over here, now we have something in the bin, so that's cool. I'll go ahead and move this out of the way, because we don't need any more right now. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and get the mulcher. So the mulchers can be found in the shop. I mean, obviously you get the vehicles, you get the tractors here, different types. Make sure you get the right horsepower to match. See with the harvesters, a nice thing about the harvesters, like with the Deutz, the bottom says R3 combinations. Tells me what I need, what will fit with that properly. You can go a little bigger, possibly, or even smaller, but gives you an option, which is pretty nice. So you can go all the way up to here. John Deere shows you those. If you go all the way up to like this here to Fent or the ideals, click it and it'll tell you what you have available for them. So pretty nice deals. So now that that is done, we're going to go ahead and mulch this. And so if you go to here and go to mulchers, you have several options here. You got different sizes, 1.4 meters. Mostly like the smallest ones for if you're doing grapes or olives, you know, you get the vines. Go through between there. Go over to these guys here, which these are nice. They're like mower thing, and I couldn't figure out how to do these at one point. But if you back this guy, since you got the trailer on that end, back it up, you can actually grab it and it picks it up. It's pretty cool. Well, we got this one right here, 6 meters, so it'll work out. So come over here, drop it down just like anything else, just like a mower. Hit the button, turn on, bam, and then you can see it's mulching. I haven't tried picking up grass or doing like mowing grass with this thing and trying it out, but I would assume it would just be like regular mowed grass, but what happens when you assume, right? So first stage is harvest. Second stage, mulching. And since this one needs plowing, we're going to plow it afterwards as well. I never thought about mulching. I was like, well, why would you have to mulch something that's not like you got corn or sunflower or sorghum? You know, we got the big stalks. It's like, okay, that makes sense. You have to crop that down. But as you can see here, actually, if you look right in the camera right in front of us, the stubble's a little bit taller there than over here. So it actually is doing a little something. This will give us a little bit of a yield too, which is kind of nice. A little bit of a yield bonus is always good, right? So we'll go ahead and finish mulching this out. Alright, set a helper on that. Boom. Alright, so as you can see, it still says weeds and needs plowing. So yeah, here's the stubble, and then where we mulch. You can tell it's slightly different, but it's different. So that's good. It's good. So go ahead and let this finish mulching. We have harvest. Let's see if we get in here. Now I can hit that and it'll dump it out. I'm not sure how much this actually holds before it stops. Then you can actually put people out to that. So we'll go ahead and finish mulching. We'll come back in and we'll pick up, get this plow going and get that plowed up. See y'all in a few. Alright, so the helper just finished over there. We're going to go ahead and grab the tractor. And you can see how the field looks all mulched. It's all mulched up. So that's how the field looks like. If you look at the that's so yeah, we'll pull that over there. So drop that off, and then we look at the fifth guy here. So this is the field we just harvested. So if you look at the harvesting, it shows nothing available now. So it was wheat. Now it's harvested. And then we go over to here. It shows it needs plowing. So if we take the plowing part off there though, it shows mulched. So if we take the mulch part off there though, it's just nothing. So we're going to go ahead and plow this guy. I don't know if we're going to need liming, but we'll find out in a minute. Alright, so take the plow. This thing does fold up, which is pretty nice too. Now with this, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the help menu. So we can drop the plow down. And it's like in other farm sims, it doesn't plow anything up when you're not on your field. But if you click the triangle, it'll allow fields, and then guess what? You're plowing stuff up. So we'll go ahead and plow this up, and this will bring up some rocks, as you can see. I don't know that they're a huge amount, so you can actually, some of these you can actually put back in the ground. You can just roll them in, but we're going to collect them to show how that works out as well. But yeah, some of these are a pretty good size. They're not huge, but while you're playing on no man's land, I'll tell you what, because you got to create the fields and do plowing. You got rocks for days. But it makes sense too, because if you're just tilling up the land, it's in the middle of nowhere for a little bit, you're gonna get some rocks first time or two or three maybe. And then it might let up, but we'll see once you get to that point on no man's land. But, so then, yep, just plowing around here. Go ahead and get this guy on there. Get somebody on there. Or sorry, get this woman. Lady is plowing for us. So we'll get that plowed up. After the plowing's done, we'll go ahead and grab this out of the way. We'll grab the rock. Where'd it go? Stone picker, the rock picker. Oh, also the plows are in the plow, obviously. So this one here, there's a few mods that are in the mod hub. So all these are mod. I'm on PlayStation, so I mean, obviously I need the mods. But this one you can go to 6 for 260 horsepower or 9 meter for 320 horsepower. It's pretty nice, and it folds up, as you saw me tinkering with it for a minute. So several options there. Also tractors. This is the one I'm using is this. Oops, this one here, the Black Beauty. It's one of the downloadable ones, or the DLC type thing. The one that you get with Farm Sim. So it's pretty cool. And if you ever need anything too, if you look at here, you find something, say a roller or whatever, if you click on it and look up at the top right, it tells you a little bit of definition for it. They're not doing too well with the plow on there. What's wrong with you, lady? But we'll go ahead and get this finished plowing, and we'll be back to do the stone picking. See y'all in a few. Alright, field's plowed. See the stones and everything there, so we'll go ahead and get the stone picker. Rocks, whatever you want to call them. Technically these are called stone pickers, but they pick stones or rocks or whatever you want to call them. So you won't see much yield bonus showing now, but this is the order that I've found gives you the 100%. And I think most everybody else has done it too. So if you go in here, it just says nothing, zero, absolutely nothing. And if you go to here, plowing's gone, but see now it shows the stones, which is kind of cool. Actually shows stones in there now. So take that off. So we're not going to need to lime this one, but see, like this one 47 doesn't need liming. So we'll see if this gives us 100%. Should, because liming is not an option at this time. So oops, go back. Take this guy and drop it down, just like anything else, stone picker. If you look at this here, just lift up and drop down, just like like a baler or anything else, you know, there are implements, and it'll do its thing for you. And you can see we're getting some rocks here, some stones are picked up. 10 liters right now. Problem with the stones are really not worth much, so kind of a bummer, but kind of a bummer doing this for, you know, $100 or whatever it is, you know. But it is what it is, so just throw a helper on this. Oh, not yet. Get my little, even with the stone picker, try and get a headland going so that way we have a little more of a process on that, so that's a good thing. Alright, so this here, and then once you get over this corner, we'll hire a helper again, let them do their thing. Like I said, I think some of these you might be able to roll in, but you can use the roller for it. I just like to go ahead, especially if I have the productions for this turn the stones into what you call it. So go on, let this person go. But yeah, if you do the productions selling points, we have this debris crusher there, and you can actually just put it down. I usually take this building out and throw it down in there, but you can put it down anywhere. Now we also have this guy, which is similar, but if you look on the right side, it's got solar panels, which is pretty cool. So you can actually get money from the solar panels itself. But you put the lime in, or the stones in, so per 1,000 liters of stone, you get 4,000 liters of lime, which is pretty cool. At least it's useful. So you get something out of stones instead of nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I was thinking. I was going to go ahead and sell this guy here. See if you get on here and do that. Sorry for that. And now it's gone. So that part's pretty cool. I'm going to go to productions, facilities, and we'll put this guy over here. So just throw this down over here. Boom, bam, done. Okay. And then once you're done with the rocks, I'll show you how that works out. See y'all in a few. Alright, so the stones are picked up. Go ahead and take these over to this little stony dealio here. Now if we go look at the productions here, oops, right here. Let's see, so right in the middle here where it says productions, it doesn't, I can't go over to it, but right, production chains, right there it says production, you know, lime production. So it's the only production I have right now. In the middle shows the production, that's the recipe for it. So 1,000 rocks turns to 4,000 liters of stone. So, or sorry, lime. So that's kind of nice how to do that. So we could turn this, we could drop this off, dump it in here. And then it's only 119 liters, but if you go in here, now it's got all those in there. So hit the start button, boom. Now it'll start activating that. As you can see, it's going pretty quick too. So the stones, it's taking all the stones and turning them into lime. So it should change up to, so see, we're getting pretty good. So it was 100 and something, now we're going to get 4 times that. So it should be 400 and something here. So let's see what we have at the end. Yep, there we are. So 471 liters. So that's kind of nice. We got lime ready. Don't need it right now on this field that we're on. So that's good. I mean, I was trying to show you everything, but unfortunately that didn't show up. But yep. So now we're good with that. We can go ahead and start fertilize or start planting. Sorry, get this over here. Get this out of the way. So the lime comes out that end. So that's pretty cool. So normally, if you need the lime, go ahead and throw the lime down at this point, and then I'll give you that little bit of bonus. Just don't have anything right now because there's nothing to give you any kind of indication of what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy here. So we just had wheat in there. I'm going to go ahead and throw in, let's get this planter going. We're going to throw in some corn, wait, sunflower. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So if we go here, at the bottom here, so if you need help or anything else, just go straight into the start menu here. If you're on PC, it's F1, Right at the bottom it says help. This will get you through all this stuff. So it has basics. It's not a whole in-depth, really huge amount, but yeah, it'll definitely give you some information. So it goes through here. Now if you go down, pardon me. So as you can see, liming, fertilizing, all this stuff, it tells you what kind of percentages and everything. I'm not going to go through all of it. It's on the help menu. You can check it out. I may not, I know there's other people that are doing all these things, but I figured I'd do something myself here too. So we go types of animals. So we got the different types. We got the cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens, and then the bees at the bottom. So the bees produce the honey, which is nice. You get that, and you can also use the honey for productions or sell. It's pretty good profit. It also helps yield canola, sunflower, and potato fields. So I'm going to put sunflower in here and give that a try. So that way we can kind of get some ideas of how this is going to work. So let me go ahead and get this. Now I don't know why I got both ends because I'm going to put fertilizer in the front and then seeds in the back. So let's go over here. To our little spot here. So this one we're going to go ahead and cool. So that's filled up with some sunflowers. So we got seeds now. And I'll put fertilizer in there. Boom. So we got that. So that'll fold up. Because this is one of the planters. So if you look in here, this is the planter I got here. Boom. So this guy here, so it shows planting. So let's go ahead and start planting some of this. I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to go ahead and go across this way that we did before. Turn it on. Boom. Starting planting. Yeah. So we got that going on there. So we see that there. Oh, and then of course the mulcher. Take the mulching off. That shows needs rolling. But see the fertilizer underneath that. So cool. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and it starts getting layers on here. It does start to get a little much, but it can be lots of fun, I tell you what. So we'll finish up this same thing. We'll get the headland going, then we'll get the helper on it, and yeah, I'll bring you all back here in a minute before we do some rolling on this. See y'all in a few. Alright, so planting is complete. And if I jump out here and go onto the field now, you can see it does show sunflowers growing. Yield bonus plus 75%. Fertilized 50%, and it needs rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next stage here, which is rolling. Once you seed, you're going to need to get the roll in so that it presses the seed into the ground, apparently. So I'm pretty new with a lot of these things too, but now you can also, I bought the seed from that silo there from, that's a mod from A2 Studios, but it's obviously available for all platforms, which is nice. And you can purchase things from there at a discount, or you can buy them at the store like normal. I mean, you can go into here and just do your regular big bag pallets, or whatever you want to use, stuff like that. Or just put one of those on the farm, and you don't have to go to the store all the time, which I think is kind of nice. Gives it a little more helpfulness there. Oops, I dropped off. Boom. Right, so we got this field done, and it says needs rolling, but I'll show you what we're. I'm going to go ahead and roll that now with the roller over here. So same thing with this here, the rollers. Let's go here. So like I said, we started off, so then the roller here, right there. Roller. This is the first one I got here. It's 12.3 meters, so they're pretty good size. This one's 24 meters. And they don't really take a whole lot of horsepower. That one takes a little bit, but it's also a really big one. There's also the grass rollers you can use, or the grass care, the grassland care. It's a little bit of a smaller roller here. And you can use that. Now this is just a weeder here, which it took me, I just found out the hard way, but this is a roller, so that'll help as well. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this. This thing unfolds kind of cool. There's some wheels underneath it. See, they stick out and then whoop, it rolls out further. It's pretty cool. Then you drop it down, and you'll see the field state change color a little bit too again. Not terrible, but you see the lines in there. So it gives you a notice that, oh, hey look, that's been rolled. So we'll go ahead and go this way again. Takes a second for the roller to come down, so if you're just kind of zooming along, just remember to give it a second, because I found out the hard way. Try rolling up and then, oh no, I went rolling right through it and didn't even have the roller down. So then you have to back up and rearrange and all that fun stuff. So get this head linen here again, and we'll let the help finish it up. I see that first part missed there because I was going a little bit too fast. But I caught it because it was partially overlapped. But alright, and then I'll go ahead and hit the helper on this guy, and then we'll show you what it looks like. I really like the field detail. It really helps a lot. Oops. Apparently they didn't like the fact that I was doing that. There we go. So, if we go over here, obviously it says needs rolling, 75%. Come over here, it's good, and it went up to 78%, so we got a couple more percentage out of it. And that person's going to back up into me and fertilize at 50%. So, we didn't need lime on this one. Like I said, you would lime right after you do the plowing. There's some of them you can actually adjust, but what I found it works, it gives you the 100%. If you got a regular field, once it's done harvest, mulch it. If it needs plowing, plow it, fertilize it. Or sorry, not fertilize, but you can fertilize too beforehand if you wanted to. But I did it when I did the seeding. If you don't have that seeder, or you can fertilize right after too, whichever works. But I've gotten it 100% where same thing. Plow if it needs plowing. If you need everything, plow. Sorry, I mulch first. Try and mulch if there's some products still, or some stubbles on it. Plow it. Then lime it. Sorry, pick up rock stones if you have the stones on as well. And that'll actually, if you see that give it a cultivated state as well. So you got two birds in one stone, which is pretty nice. So it gave it the stones and cultivated. Then it goes to, after it's done with that, you can go ahead and lime it. So if you need lime, put lime on there, then that'll take the liming part off of there. Then go ahead and plant. You can fertilize also if you want to do it before you plant. Now, some things do plant with the fertilizer to get you second stage right away, but most of it doesn't. So the easiest way I've found is go ahead and plant. If you have the fertilizer on there, go ahead and cool. If not, then fertilize right afterwards. And then go ahead and do, after fertilize, do the rolling, or start planting, do the rolling. As you can see, it's doing its thing now. So just fold this guy up, and we go over to here. Needed rolling is gone now, so that's cool. And if we take the mulch off there, if mulch stays on there for some reason, it shows the first level of fertilizing. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off of here. We're going to go through the first day here, and we'll show you what it looks like tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of, and we'll see y'all in the morning. Alright, next morning we're going to go ahead and get some fertilizer. So this is one of the fertilizer spreaders here. Like I said, this is all on console. I'm in console right now. I'm on PlayStation, so this is all. You got these guys here, and if you go all the way across, you got some of these mod pack ones. This one's actually the cool. No, sorry, I think the brittle. Yeah, no. Yeah, I got the cool one. Fernland. I don't remember which one I have now. What is wrong with me? There's the cover in line. Okay, this is right down there. Doo-doo-doo. But also, if you're gonna get something like this and you fill it up, put a weight on the front because it'll flip you up real quick if you're not careful. Now I don't have crop destruction on, so remember that. When you do this, make sure you've got narrow tires or your crop destruction's not on because you're gonna rip your stuff up. So I hit the fertilizer page here. They obviously have a pretty good spray of fertilizer, which is awesome. Let's do a quick circle here, more or less. I mean, that's the gist of that field. Boom, done. And if we go over here to fertilizing, bam. It's dark blue now. See, then we can turn mulch back on. I don't know why, it's whatever. It's been done. So then we can do this. If we go look over the field now, boom. Yield bonus 100%. See, we didn't need to put lime down this time, but like I said, if you do put lime down, do it before you seed, you'll be good to go. And then, yeah. So this will put it up to 100%. Now, since we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and throw some bees on this too as well. Just so we have some extra percentage here. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this mod. So there's different beehives. You can do different things. It tells you in the bottom right, 2 beehives do this and this and that. 1 Langstroth hive, 4 of them there, elongated. That's the smaller guy, I guess. 10 of them there, and it tells you the distance to should have a placed separately. If you could be allowed to certain crops to be how to seal it. So I'm going to put this one down here. It's 33, that one's 33, so it's the same amount, but just a little bigger. So I'm just going to put this down right behind here. This should be big enough to where it'll actually go through the whole field. Now don't forget, if you do the bees, to put down the beehive honey for pallets. Otherwise you're not going to get any honey out of them. But you do have to keep it somewhat close. I mean, well, actually, I don't know if it's going to actually spawn away over there if I don't keep it somewhat close. But I'm going to go ahead and just put the pallet dealio right over here, if it'll let me. Just put it right next to this right there. Boom. Okay. So there's that. And so we got the honey will start spawning here. As long as it's close enough to it, it'll give you that. And you can hear the bees already. And it's interesting, in wintertime, these, you don't hear them. They are there still. They're just hibernating pretty much. They come over here. Still 100%. Oops. But as you can see on the bottom, the right there says yield of canola, sunflower, and potato fields. So it'll increase those. So this should go up here soon. So I'm going to go ahead and go to next day again. And we're going to see what else we got here. But that's how you get 100%. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. See you in a few. Alright, so I'm running back to the farm here. Got a McCormick. It's actually on sale here, so I got it at the used vehicle sale. As you can see on the bottom right there, it just looks like it's about halfway damaged. So it's got some issues, but it's not terrible. But you can hear the rain and the windshield wipers. Pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and go into here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the honey deal here. So it shows like you should be able to grab it, but you can't. It's too heavy. So I'm going to go ahead and use the pallets. See if they did anything to fix these, because these were in pretty bad shape. the game first came out. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Really cool sounds too. Alright, cool. So that takes it. So this is usually better in 22. The forks have definitely been... There we go. Okay. Jesus, I was going to say, calling me a liar, apparently. So it still says 100% in here, so I'm not sure if or when it will actually... So there's a distance that normally goes, it tells you. But anyway. Is it supposed to... I'm pretty sure... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hold up on that and go to bed again. So we'll see y'all in the morning again. Okay, so just looking at this again, it says beehives, you know, in place in the field. Maybe a season or two, because I got one over here and one in the other corner there. Should be doing alright, but it still just shows 100%. I'm assuming maybe... I thought that, you know, when they start blooming, they might be able to get some on there, but apparently not. Now we got several bits of honey. I actually didn't pull them off recently. We don't get one pallet at a time, unfortunately, but so we got 5 pallets of honey here. And if you go look over here, honey, oh, that's a little chilly here. Honey. So honey goes for over $2,000 a liter. $2,000 for 1,000 liters, and these are 400 liters. So so we're looking at a few grand there easily. So it's not too terrible. But yeah, then they got the sunflowers ready, but you see 100% on there. So yeah, went ahead and harvested this while we were at it, but yeah, it obviously has a bunch of other stuff too. So the best thing to do, technically, is first off, when you start off, I see it's ready to harvest again there, but just go ahead and do your, if you got stubble like this, mulch it. If it needs plowing, plow it. If it needs stones pick up stones. Now you can do the subsoil there too. I like to do the subsoil there sometimes, and that'll actually give you a cultivated state as well. But if you're subsoiling and you get rocks, then obviously you can do the stone picker. If you're stone picking, so take that. So first things first, stubble, mulch it. Then go ahead and plow it if it needs it. Pick up the stones, lime it. So let me go ahead and run down the dealios here. So yeah, first off, take the mulchers. You got stubbles there. If you don't have the stubbles, it needs plowing, just start plowing. So to get the full 100% from the beginning after the crop's harvest, take your mulcher and mulch it. Then if it needs plowing, take the plow and plow it. If it needs stones after that, take the stones, pick them up. And after you get the stones up, if you need lime, go ahead and lime it. What did I do with the... Oh, it's on the back of the tractor, I forgot. So you put the lime down, and then you can fertilize if you like at that point too. Because it's not going to hurt anything, obviously. But if you fertilize, if you have a planter that has or a seeder that has fertilizer in it, you can just use that instead. You don't have to. Then you go ahead and take the. Now, if you plow deep enough, you don't need the herbicide, which is kind of nice too. So after you get the mulch, plow, stones, limed it, and go ahead and that's after you do the stones, it automatically cultivates it. If you don't do the stones, you can cultivate it because you want to make sure you get the cultivated state, obviously. And just follow follow the things here. It'll tell you what you're doing. As I said, when the update, you walk up here, it tells you, like, okay, this one needs plowing and weeds. So if you have smaller weeds, it'll tell you what you can use. When they're small, it'll say you can use a hoe or a backhoe or something lighter than just a regular spray or whatever. So that's pretty cool. After you do the liming, or you have to do the plowing, stones, and then because you cultivate if you do the stones, then you get the lime down on there. You can fertilize that point or start planting. So you go ahead and plant. After you get it planted, if you did the fertilizer, or if you didn't do the fertilizer, you can fertilize after planting as well. Then you take the roller, and then you got to roll the seeds into the ground. All this gives you a little bit of a percentage. I'm not 100% with all the percentages. I mean, some of it's 2.5%, some are 5%. Fertilizer, I believe, is 25% each. You know, so I mean, or 20% or something. So there's percentages out there. I'm just showing you the best way that I've found to do it. After you roll it, let it go to the first growth stage. You should be about 50% fertilized. You can fertilize it a second time. Then I'll give you 100% fertilization and your 100% yield bonus there, because the yield's 100% no matter what, and the yield bonus just goes up. And with bees and things like that, you should be able to get like another 2 or 5%, I believe 2.5 to 5% for bees, which is nice, especially in those bigger fields. You get enough beehives in there, you get a really good hefty oomph out of it. Plus you get honey, so it's pretty cool. And after you do that, then yeah, you go back to harvesting. You get it goes through the field. Now, if you get weeds, then you can also do the weeds. I'd like to spray personally, because then the sprayer just kills the weeds off and they're gone. But again, same thing. If you go into the crops here and go to the stages, it'll tell you what's in here. Oh, sorry. Stages shows the growth, and then you go to the soil composition. If you have everything turned on, it'll go through all these here and it'll show you what's going on. And even the stones now will show. It's pretty cool. But once you do all that, you get the 100% bonus, and then, like I said, standing in the field too, it'll tell you what's going on and let you know to take care of it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this would be informative enough. You know, like I said, you got the silo there too as well. You could do the regular ones that drop them in. You could do whatever you like on those. I'm just going through and running around doing my things. But yeah, so follow those steps. You should get your growth to 100%. And you get your yield growth to be at 100% with fertilizing, and you get also the extra 100% yield bonus. And there you go. If you liked the video, hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe, say hello, let me know how you're doing, and we'll check you next time. Thanks for watching.